Hua Hin Thailand.
Is it a place to retire to or become a snowbird? We're going to share our opinions about what we noticed about cost of living, safety, security, transportation, what's there to do here, health and dental, and then we're going to let you know what we really thought of this place.
Oh, and Craig,
Yes.
don't forget that you tried something really new.
Stay tuned for that.
You're gonna want to see this.
No. I'm Craig.
And I'm Lucinda. Hey, we sold everything.
And we retired early.
And now we're traveling the world.
So subscribe and follow along.
Because you never know what we're gonna get up to. Okay, let's go.
So what's the cost of living like in Hua Hin? So I did join an expat group to get a bunch of information, talk to a few people, and I found out if you want to live like in an upper middle class status, it'll take about 100 to 120,000 baht per month to do that. Now you can live down there for about 60 to 80,000 and do a little bit less, and about the lowest you could survive on down there and not do too much is about 40,000 baht per month. Now it does take about 1,000 baht a day to eat. And I'm going to show you some examples here of restaurants. The first one we ate at, this was a meal and drinks for about 300 baht. And the next one here is a higher class restaurant we went to, the Chocolate Factory. And this one cost us about $63 Canadian with meals and drinks. And that was our most expensive meal here. Now I'll show you an example of
Hey, what are you doing?
cost of living. So I'll show you an example here of milk, bread, and eggs. So if you're at the grocery store, you can compare this to home. So that's roughly the cost of living. Just an idea.
Safety and security.
The safety and the security that we felt was unbelievable.
It was, yeah.
And as an example, we went to this one concert. It was a big concert.
In the big food court area, and a big concert with this big name band, and there was a group of girls, and one just left her purse on the table, and they went off and went and got food and went shopping for about 10 minutes, and it just sat there.
And I watched one fella, he left his cell phone on the table, he was there by himself, went off to the washroom and then came back and didn't even bat an eye about it. But we also found out from walking around all over the place, like, we never felt intimidated about anything.
No.
Now, I did pose the question on the expat community site that I joined there, and overwhelmingly, they told us the number one thing you gotta be worried about for safety
Is crossing the street.
it's the traffic. The traffic,
Driving or walking.
when you're a pedestrian, they don't stop for anything.
No,
Now, there is a law here that pedestrians have the right of way.
but you don't.
Nobody honors that.
You can wave that law around, it's not gonna happen.
The other thing we noticed is wherever you go, the shopping malls, the banks, we don't even see security guards at the doors. Transportation. So from Bangkok, we found two ways to get there. One is the train, and the other one is a private transfer. Now the train was about 48 bucks for the two of us. Private transfer was about 110 bucks.
But the train didn't leave till later in the day, and by taking the car, we were there before the train would have left.
So once you're in Hua Hin, we actually stayed very close to where we wanted to see, so we just walked everywhere.
We're walkers, so that's how we book hotels.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to walk, there's tuk-tuks everywhere all the time. And if you really want to take your life in your hands, you can rent scooters.
But remember what we said about traffic.
Yeah, the walking was dangerous enough.
Enough.
But Craig,
Yeah.
what is there to do in Hua Hin, Thailand?
What we noticed is the big thing to do is the beaches.
That's why we went there.
The beach goes along the whole stretch of the city there.
Yep.
The next thing was food.
Food. If you're a foodie, this is a great place for you. There's every kind of food and lots of good food everywhere.
And there's like restaurants like every 20 feet. That's what I've been waiting for.
Wow. There's also quite a bit of shopping, everything from the night markets to really brand new air-conditioned 4-level malls.
Now, one of the night markets we went to, I think the locals called it the food court.
Right.
And it was amazing. They had a great band stage there.
They had live music every night
Almost
we were
every
there.
night,
And in
yeah.
fact, one night we were there and there was somebody really quite well known and everybody was singing along to this.
But he was so popular, they sold tickets to go in there, and we're watching the people, and they're all singing to every song.
Yeah,
and
it was
fantastic. Great. People of every age there.
And so beyond that, Craig,
what I did find was golfing there. And there's lots of golf courses. I'm going to put the price list up here. Now, I never made it to the golf courses, but I looked at the pictures, and they look fantastic. But it's not cheap, not like the food there.
Yeah. And part of the reason Craig never made it there was because we got ill, both of us, Craig with a really bad ear infection and me with a sinus infection, which we'll talk about in medical and dental coming up next.
I picked up this ear infection when I was in the Philippines, and I got a recommendation to see an ear, nose, and throat specialist once we got to Hua Hin. And there was one recommendation of this is the person to go see. And she was fantastic.
And you can go straight into the office. You don't have to have any kind of referrals or whatever like we do in Canada. You went straight to the specialist.
So I went and saw her for 3 times, and each time was $70 Canadian, which included the medications that I needed and the drops.
Procedures she had to do because she had to clear.
Procedure, yes.
Yeah. So the next thing that we did was we went and had some dental work done. We both had x-rays, checkups, and cleanings. I also had a night guard made because I left my last one in Mexico a while back. And so that was really affordable and a great
$30
price.
each.
Great, well, the night guard was a little, night guard was a little more, but yeah, it worked out great.
And then the last thing we had to get done, we had to get some anti-malaria medication.
That's
so
right.
The procedure was we go to a clinic first, and then they sent us a referral to go to the hospital to see the doctor.
The doctor that specializes in it, yeah.
We get to the hospital, we saw the doctor within 30 minutes.
That's right.
And then we sat and we watched these robots going around.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then 30 minutes later, we had our prescription. The pharmacy's in the hospital. $82 each. We were out the door, and it was a total of about an hour and a half.
The doctor, the medication, out the door. Bob's your uncle, Sheila's your aunt, out the door. Let's go to Lao.
So the medical system there is fantastic. And what we did notice, it's a big place for medical tourism.
It is. It's a very efficient system, and we did see a lot of people there that I think are definitely
there for that
getting
reason.
medical care, whether it's elective procedures or more serious things than that too.
Next, pros versus cons. Hua Hin is an easy place to go. There's English everywhere.
There's lots of expats and tourists there, and the locals are really used to that, so it's easy.
And the local people are friendly and accommodating, and it was wonderful to be around that. Now for the cons. The one big con in our mind was the air quality.
Yeah.
Hua Hin has a pollution problem.
Or smog.
Yeah, and they actually produce these readings and these measurements every day. And there was a few days that we were there that it was way higher than Bangkok. I don't know what
it's an ongoing issue for them, and they Thailand in general is working on that. Burning's been banned, and
yeah, they have a publication in this newspaper we found about what they're trying to do about it.
And the water was nice there, but it's not the crystal clear, beautiful water that we've seen in other places. So that was just kind of a drawback. There's not a lot of historical stuff there to look into.
But, is it a deal breaker? And for a lot of people, no, I don't think so. I think it's a great place to be.
But maybe for us.
For us, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's right. We were glad we went. Craig, I got something for you to try. Something new for you to try. You know how you love that, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, this way. Okay, come with me. It's down here. Come on. You're gonna love this, Craig. Craig, this is what I want you to try.
No.
Sure, come on and try it. It feels good, right?
No.
Come on, Craig, you're gonna love this. This is something new.
No.
There they go, bombs away. Oh gosh, look at them go.
Oh, it's like they're vibrating. It's like
Does it
shock.
feel good?
It feels really weird.
Oh God. That's honey.
I can't believe you talked me into
I didn't
this.
talk you into this. You're a brand new person. You're trying new things, Craig. Good for you.
Now for the next video.
Yeah, wait till you see this. This is what we planned this whole trip around. This is where we started. So take a look at this.